going on, fellas? Cable Guy Ken back with you again. I've got another little video I need to shoot. I've been trying to do this one for a while, but in order to do it properly, there were a few stipulations that I had to follow in order to give you an honest evaluation and review of the product. Number one was I had to be healthy, and as many of you that follow me on Facebook know, I've had some bouts with dizziness, lightheaded. They called it vertigo. So that's all it was. I'm not sure what it was, but my blood pressure went up to like 240 over 120, and they said they weren't worried about that I had vertigo. But at any rate, I had to get healthy, and it had to be not around a holiday because, well, I'll explain why in a minute. What I've got here is a product called Survive Amino. Now this is, instead of MRE, meal ready to eat, this is MIB, not Men in Black, but meal in a bottle, basically. Okay. One of the hardest things you're going to come across in a survival situation or a self-reliant situation, because survival is stupid to me anymore, but one of the hardest things you're going to come across, no matter how well prepared you are, if you're in a self-reliant situation where you are smoothing it until you are rescued or until you can effect self-rescue, is protein. There are tons of wild edibles right around me right now. There are tons of wild edibles that I can find. Various plants, nuts, even some fruits not far up the road. But the amino acids that our body uses on a daily basis comes from protein, according to the company. Now let me disclaimer here, okay? Cable Guy Ken is not a scientist. He's not a nutritionist. He's not an expert. I just know what I've done and what works for me, and I'm telling you according to the company, and you can check them out. Again, I'll post the links down here in the wherever they've moved them to now that it's Google Tube or whatever. I'll post a link to their website. You can check them out yourself, because this is not a cheap product. It's about $50 a bottle for this little bottle. But what this is the amino acids already broken down so that your body can readily absorb them, no digestion needed. Your body absorbs 99.9% of the amino acids in these pills. These are the 8 amino acids that your body needs to, in fact, complete the chemical changeover to energy. So what that means to you in a self-reliant situation or a self-rescue situation, that kind of nature, is you're out there, you're canoeing, you didn't tie your pack down, what have you, and now you've got what's on your body, maybe a small pack, maybe you were smart enough to practice 2 as 1, and you've got a small pack on your body with the 5 C's in it. Well, now you can manufacture a spear, maybe you're lucky enough that you can manufacture a decent bow and arrow, but you've got to hunt for your food, and you're expending valuable resources in calories. You're taking away your body's stores of energy. What this is designed to do is replace that protein in a pure, already digested form of pure amino acids. Your body takes the protein, converts it to amino acids, then you use those amino acids to create energy for your body, which is your calories. If I'm getting this right, like I said, I'm not a scientist, y'all. I'm just a common guy, just like most of the people watching this channel. What I do know is that the average scenario is 3 to 5 days. So what I did was, other than a grapefruit, for 4 days, I ate a grapefruit every day, which gave me my vitamin C, which you can get from the pine leaves around me, various sources of vitamin C all around you. And I took 5 of these pills twice a day. Twice a day to conserve the pills, because in a survival situation, you don't want to do, they recommend 5 for every meal, which would mean 15 pills a day. You can see why this is expensive. But if you buy these for their intended purpose of a meal replacement in a survival situation or a self-reliant situation, it's not a bad idea. Now, was I 100% fully energized at the end of the trial? Not at all. But I wasn't anywhere near as bad off as I'd been if I hadn't eaten anything at all, and if I didn't have this boost. I would eat the grapefruit, take my pills, drink my water and my coffee. I did have coffee, y'all, but I can make coffee out of acorns, okay? I know y'all are saying that's stretching it a little bit, but coffee to me has no real nutritional value other than the little bit of sugar I put in it. So I don't know if the vitamins and minerals that I'd be getting from my coffee on my daily coffee intake, but the bottom line is I did use this as a meal replacement. I did feel the energy benefits of it as opposed to not eating at all. I lost a little bit of weight, not much, but a little bit, probably because I didn't weigh myself until the 5th day when I finally ate all I could eat. But as a meal replacement, as something to keep you going in that situation, you can't beat it. For the size, this is a week's worth of food for one person. That's everything you need as far as the amino acids to initiate that chemical reaction in your body to create calories and to create energy. This is all you need. This is it. So that one little package in your bag will affect your sustainability in the fact that it gives you that added burst of energy and nutrients in your body to keep you going. Now, it's not going to be the same as eating a full meal of protein, say a rabbit or a squirrel, or you harvested a deer, you know, got lucky and got one, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, because this is already broken down into a readily absorbed amino acid state, you also don't need the water intake that you would need if you were going to eat a full meal. So if your water supply is limited or questionable and you want to conserve that resource as well, then you can take this with a smaller amount of water than it's going to take to digest an entire, you know, meal or entire feast of one squirrel or, you know, whatever else you have with it. So all in all, the benefits of this are there. Now, in my opinion, it still needs a little bit more trial and a little bit more testing. If I could take a week off from work and actually go out and do nothing but this for 3 or 4 days, it would be awesome, because then I could see what the stress was like, what the hunger pains were like, because I did get hungry. You're gonna be hungry, but your body's getting what it needs. The hunger is just from you not filling your stomach up and stretching it. But, you know, it's, read up on it, do your own research, as I always recommend, but definitely consider giving it a try, at least doing the research on it and see if it might be something you'd like to put in your bug out bag, especially if, like I said, you're a single survivor, you're going to be out there by yourself without a family. 1 bottle of this, pop it in there. If nothing else, it gives you that edge. It gives you those added nutrients that you're not going to get from the wild in the form of the pure amino acids contained in it. Like I said, this is 99.9% readily absorbed, so there's no waste to this. That 1.1% isn't absorbed by your body. Everything else is used. If you eat a whole squirrel, maybe 3/4 of it is absorbed by your body. The rest of it is spewed away. You know what I'm saying? You're not fully processing anything that you eat. That's why we have to poop, people, because there's things our bodies don't use. This is 99.9% readily absorbed, so you're taking in 99.9% of this, going into your body, doing its job, giving you energy. Look them up, check them out. I might try to figure out a way to do a contest with this, maybe get a bottle for some of y'all. I got half a bottle here, but I'm not going to let y'all have half a bottle. Maybe if I can figure out a contest that would be feasible, maybe a find protein in the wild contest. Might be something to think about. I'll get back with you on that. Cable Guy Ken, we'll check you in the next one.